$1,000, would you eat a piece of pasta right now?
Just imagine daddy long legs crawling all over you. That would be my anxiety level.
On this episode of My Life in Food, we'll reveal an underground eating condition known as picky eating.
It really is horrible.
Adult picky eaters are extremely finicky.
I have panic attacks if I try new foods. Oh, God.
They banish food groups from their diets based on tastes, textures, smells, and even colors.
I won't eat anything that's not yellowish or brown color.
Not recognized as a medical condition, many selective eaters are worried about their health
I'm gonna fight this.
and even view themselves as social outcasts.
I'm going to die alone. I don't want to die alone.
But with a rapidly growing online community, more and more people are coming forward.
I am an adult picky eater.
I'm an adult picky eater.
I'm an adult picky eater.
Watch as we follow 3 individuals who struggle every day.
I've bungee jumped. I've snorkeled with stingray. And for of all things, I'm afraid of tomatoes, you know?
I don't care what doctors say. I don't care what your family says. This is not in your head. This is the real deal.
Next on My Life in Food, I'm an adult picky eater.
The wonderful veggie bar. No, absolutely positively no way in heck green vegetables. That's public enemy number 1 to a picky eater. My name is Rhonda, and I'm an adult picky eater. Foods that will never reach my lips. Noodles, vegetables, seafood, because it's supposed to be dead and it still moves around in your mouth after it's cooked. It makes life difficult only being able to eat 4 or 5 things. But this is not a choice. This is an actual condition. My staple foods are roasted and fried potatoes, simply cooked meats, bread, and that's about it. I love my French fries. They're delicious. Morning.
Are you gonna come to the buffet today?
I'll think about it. Some of my coworkers know about my picky eating, some don't know, and none understand.
Lunch, everybody.
Hey, yo.
Notice I'm putting my pasta on top of my pizza. I'm sure that would really bother Rhonda.
You know, I just want to eat my lunch in peace, but whenever people see my picky eating, it's questions, questions, questions.
Did you enjoy the buffet?
I have my French fries. I'm in heaven.
Why didn't you go for the pizza?
What's pizza? Cheese?
Right.
Don't eat cheese.
Okay.
Tomato sauce?
Right.
Don't eat tomato sauce.
If I gave you $1,000, would you eat a piece of pasta right now?
No, just imagine daddy long legs crawling all over you. That would be my anxiety level. My adult picky eating started in infancy. When it was time to eat solid foods, if it was a certain color or its smell or shape, I just wouldn't eat it. The last day I put a noodle in my mouth, I was 5 years old. That's like worms withering and wiggling around. I gagged and vomited. Ever since, I have not touched another noodle. You gotta come to the first annual Adult Picky Eaters Convention. I've always felt that nobody else is like this, but I found a gold mine. The Adult Picky Eating website. Yes, 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 yes. It was a I told you so. I don't care what doctors say. This is not in my head. This is real. There are thousands of us out there. So we've decided to have a convention, our first annual Adult Picky Eater Convention. And send.
Here I am in my car, having my typical lunch, usually some juice, and I gotta have some sugar. So baby, there's a donut. My name's Bob, and I'm an adult picky eater. I go to great lengths to eat by myself. Being a picky eating adult really isolates you. You're very not normal, and you'll do anything for people not to find out. You gotta put a gun to my head to get me to go to a Thanksgiving dinner. Gravy and mashed potatoes, turkey and cranberry. It's a lot of food that grosses me out. When I was young, I remember I was made to eat a lot of these things and would gag when I ate them. It's a combination of smell and texture. My staple food is basically bread. Grilled cheese is kind of the main meal. I live with 3 guys right now. I'll wait till they're all gone to prepare my food, and then I'll run upstairs and sit in my room and eat. It really is horrible. This is where I chow down. Picky eating has affected every relationship that I've ever had. I'm either left because of it or it's a really big factor in the breakups. I don't want to go through the pain anymore. Food has controlled my life. It's dragged me down. I've let it drag me down. But it takes a long time to change a way that you've been thinking for over 50 years. One afternoon, I Googled picky eaters, and bang, I almost cried. Maybe I did. On the website here, it says there's 12 different reasons that people are picky eaters. Obsessive compulsive disorder, swallowing disorder, super tasters, which I think is one of my problems, which means that I have too many taste buds. I could have as many as 5 times as many taste buds as a normal human being. I went to doctors and psychiatrists looking for help. They would be as mystified as I was about it. But when I found this website, I realized that there's actual physical reason, and everything clicked. And so now I don't feel so insane.
Chances are I've got 3 or 4 jars of Jif creamy peanut butter. Can't be crunchy, has to be creamy. Peanut butter and crackers and bread products are really the staple foods of my diet. I have my little quirks. I make 4 at a time to start, and I line them out. My name is Ray, and I am an adult picky eater. The last time I traveled, they confiscated my jar of peanut butter, and I about cried. I don't remember ever eating normal people food. From conversations with my mother, every time she fed me, I got sick, so I developed an aversion to eating at all. One day, out of desperation, she gave me a peanut butter sandwich, and I've been on peanut butter and bread products ever since. I don't eat meats, I don't eat fruits, and I don't eat vegetables. Thanks. I'll take a double order breadsticks, but drown them in the butter, and then just bury them in the sprinkles.
I'm gonna get up and get my salad.
Okay. Jeremy and I are getting married in November, and he is definitely a normal eater. I was actually married once before. He had the outlook that I was just being stubborn, and it just did not work out. Nothing about the way I eat is just stubbornness. This is a real thing where I have panic attacks. I can't even watch you eating a cherry tomato. That collapsible, mushy sliminess to it, and that, ugh. It's like everything I hate in a texture. My biggest issue is texture. I just want a little more variety in my diet. But when I actually try foods, I'm freaking out about the texture. Oh, excellent. I love breadsticks. I call these my butts. I eat everything but that last bite because this end is a little harder. I'd rather eat the middle ones because they've got the softer inside. 2 thumbs up on the breadsticks.
Hey there!
Hey guys, what's happening? This place is awesome.
How have you been, Bob?
Good.
How's your love life?
You had to ask, didn't you? I only haven't gone out on a date in about 150 years.
What's holding
It's
you back?
complicated. The truth is, I really just don't know how to eat very well. I don't eat like you guys. I don't eat meat, and I don't eat fruits, and I don't eat vegetables.
Well, what do you eat then?
I pretty much live on bread.
You've been that way all your life?
Yeah. I don't look like a very good father to anybody's kids. You know, it's some guy that can't eat it. I had a huge fight with a girlfriend once when she said, "Why don't you learn how to eat?" And that's when my hand went through the wall and I broke my hand. Really? Totally frustrating because I can't learn how to eat. Like a handicap.
You shouldn't be embarrassed. You shouldn't be.
You know, that makes sense, but
You shouldn't.
in reality, I'd go to every length to hide it. And now I've been able to kind of change my thinking to the point where I could sit here and tell you guys.
It made you feel insecure, so it's changed your life because of it.
I want to have a girlfriend. I probably want that more than anybody. I'm really going to try to push forward and do more for myself. Otherwise, I'm going to die alone. I don't want to die alone.
I am on my way to a new therapist. You've seen people get the hypnotherapy for smoking, and maybe it can help me with the anxiety that surrounds me when I try to eat new food.
Before we do the hypnosis, did you bring anything today that you don't like?
I got some celery. Ew, I got some on my fingernail. Seriously. Ew. God. And then, oh wow, that's strong. I have panic attacks if I try new foods.
Are you feeling anxious right now? Are you feeling
A little bit.
If I said taste it, you'd probably
I'd probably throw it at you.
Yeah. We're gonna try to get rid of that block, getting you to that point where you're not freaked out.
I've bungee jumped and I've done the sky swings and I've snorkeled with Stingray. And for of all things, I'm afraid of tomatoes, you know?
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So just lay down and relax, okay? Starting on level number 10, moving down to level number 9, calm and relaxed. I'd like you to open up the hand that is not your dominant hand. In this hand, I want you to bring up something really pleasant. Now to open up your dominant hand. And I want you to bring up the celery And on the count of 3, I want you to clap your hands together. You're going to open your eyes, feeling refreshed and relaxed, so that every time you see the celery, you associate it with that really pleasant sensation. Ready? 1, 2, 3, clap. How do you feel?
Oh, that was neat.
I want to bring the celery up. Let's try to pull it apart again. How's the anxiety?
It's not as bad. Just got this perfect picture in my head of this thing morphing into this big brown breadstick.
You're relaxed now.
Yeah, I definitely don't have all that here in the chest like I did before.
You know how everybody says it tastes like chicken?
Yeah.
Well, I think you're going to be one of those people that, oh, it tastes like breadsticks. It's a pleasure. You're welcome.
I'll see you Friday. I've got high hopes for this. I think it'll work. I might actually have a real meal on my honeymoon. I mean, that would be so cool.
Today is the big day that I find out if my breast cancer has come back. 3 years ago, I had breast cancer. I had a mammogram recently, and they saw something that didn't look right. So today, I'm gonna find out what the biopsy says. Some people may say it's partly my fault because I eat the way that I do, that I don't eat vegetables, that I'm not taking the right vitamins. If I could only eat more healthy. It's just strange. I can't do it. I'm definitely not looking forward to chemotherapy that scares the Jesus out of me. I'm gonna fight this. Not so good news. Things didn't look quite right. So they want to do another biopsy next week. I'm not looking forward to it. Today is our inaugural Picky Eating Adults Convention. I am so excited. We have people from around the country that are coming. Hello.
I'm pretty excited to meet all these other people. For the longest time, I thought I was the only one who ate like this.
I think it's going to be a healing type of thing. You know, it could be very emotional. I'm hoping I don't fall apart and break down and cry.
Nice. I'm Ray.
Hi, I'm looking for the Totally Normal Eater Society. Is this it? All right. I like your shirts.
Just tortilla chips. I don't need any salsa or dip or anything.
Let's go to the grilled cheese and fries, super crispy.
Cook the French fries till you think they're so disgustingly cooked that nobody would want them, and that'll be right.
I like that
You're having a panic attack?
Sound like ordering in front of people.
Well, look the other way.
Hear no evil, see no evil.
I get fries and Coke. I'm crying. That's really bad. You spend a long time not eating in front of people, and I'm real weird about that.
We don't judge you. I know. We argue.
Oh, we feel it.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
I won't eat anything that's not yellowish or brown color. And if you look at our table here, none of us have anything that's not in a brown-yellow color range.
Bingo.
If I could wave a magic wand and make all of you normal, how many of you would want that?
I just want to have some more options and make sure that I can stay healthy and make sure that I can raise healthy children.
I'd take the magic wand because I had breast cancer 3 years ago. You know, I've been clean, but I had a funny mammogram, and they've taken 2 biopsies. If I could eat healthier, I would do it. Heaven forbid if it does come back, I want to be as healthy as I can to fight it.
Wow.
It's really nice to be able to sit with you folks and be comfortable. It's just nice to relax and enjoy it and have someone say, why don't you try this?
My whole life just flashed.
Step away from the French fry. I actually haven't eaten in public in forever. It really is the first time that I've done this since probably 15, 16 years ago.
Oh, wow. I'm glad you came.
Salute. This was a tremendous affirmation. There were people that have issues just like me. It just proves that I'm not a nut.
This group is kind of like another family to me because we've got this one really big part of us that we share.
It's a first step to get better
And it's a giant step for feeling better.
Picky Eaters rule!
I am heading to meet a nutritionist named Danielle to discuss ways to improve my diet. Pleased to meet you.
too.
I really want to do this, but this is a long life struggle. There's still going to be that mental block.
So you want to try asparagus?
I can try it.
Have you ever tried the sugar snap peas?
They're peas.
Okay, all right. Quail egg?
No.
That was a joke.
No.
Pizza? No?
Nope.
Wow, you're like the only person in America. Let's go look at the peanut butter. Ingredients, peanuts.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, that's good.
We'll try it.
How do you feel about this section here?
I don't know. Pretty worked up right now. My anxiety is really high.
It's like overwhelming. You want to take anything out of the basket?
Maybe the asparagus is a little bit much right now.
Okay. That's totally fine.
That's level 2.
Yeah, that's level 2.
I need a little time to get back to 0 before I forge ahead, but I will. I'm not going to give up.
Tonight, for dinner, I'm making myself French bread and spaghetti for my fiance. Meeting with the other picky eaters was so relieving. I'm not the only one out there, and it's not as hopeless. I do eventually want to be able to eat like a normal person. It's getting under my nails, so now I cook for Jeremy so that it helps me get used to handling foods. So what do?
Break it up.
Oh, God. This is gross. It's cold and slimy. I'm doing this for love of our future children. I don't want to be raising my kids saying, don't eat like mommy does. No, get out of my way. I wash my hands. Oh, I can't have that stuff on me. And I'm hoping that eventually I can sneak a bite and not completely freak out.
Well, let's see how you did.
Okay.
Awesome. Good spaghetti.
Someday we'll actually go to dinner and eat the same stuff.
I'm battling cancer. So far, I'm still winning the battle. Latest biopsies are clear. I am now cancer-free. This second scare has definitely put the fire behind me to be as healthy as I can. I'm going to try this Korean chicken. I have positive feelings. It is very good. As a picky eater, I have heard you're not going to live to 16, you're not going to make it to 21. Here I am, 39 years old, I've made it, but I have to improve my eating habits. So I will be pushing 80 and then 90 and then 100.
It's been a few days since the Picky Eater convention, and I'm feeling great. Today, I'm even venturing out on a blind date. A friend of mine set me up. Pretty freaky.
How are you? Nice to meet you. What's going on?
I think I'll have salad. Do you know what you want there?
Could I get a grilled cheese sandwich by chance?
You want some
And then
tomato on there? Or?
Tomato might kill me.
Okay.
I'm making a new policy here in my life. And it's to kind of be like upfront with people. I'm a really cool guy, but I have one little issue. I'm what's known as an adult picky eater.
Sorry.
I really just live on bread and cheese and French fries.
I mean,
It's really true.
I've never heard of it before.
I know.
Never.
It's gotten to the point where I haven't dated anybody for like 10 or 12 years.
Why? Because of this thing? I think that it's okay if you only like certain things.
Good, I appreciate that. It's
Yeah.
all right.
Who cares? It's a grilled cheese. I eat grilled cheese.
Right. You're right. It's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate your attitude. Let's do it again.
Let's do grilled cheese again.
I'll make you a great grilled cheese someday.
I would love that.
See you later.
Bye. Peace, love, and grilled cheese.
The day was good. It was a lot better than I expected. Much more comfortable living in my own skin because I know there's a reason behind it. I'm not crazy. And I thought I was. I feel like I have a second chance at life. I'm calling it round 2. I'm just a picky eater.